Greetings there. 11:30 Eastern Time. Connecting to YouTube. In theory, so far so good. Greetings. I'm not afraid of the live chat. Just if anybody was wondering, when I start channeling, I kind of vamoose from the chat, and from the world. Also, there's a helicopter here to take me away. Probably looking for somebody. That's nice to know. It's a nice, safe area I live in. So probably having some whacked out concert. Nobody's in the live chat to talk to. It's a very lonely time here, but that's okay. There's a lot of controversies in the live chat. So enough about the live chat. It is Friday night. People have better things to do than be on the web. So, and my internet cut out the last time. That was nice. And YouTube's probably not letting anybody know I'm live also, so that's another check on the box. So it's okay. So, what is tonight's topic of I think I'm live. Yeah, it's just it's Friday night and everybody's in bed sleeping. That's pretty funny. I'm looking there for no reason whatsoever. So, all right, enough about that. All right, I guess Hurricane Nate is on its way. That's nice. It's also staying with Hollywood and Harvey Weinstein. I was going to go into that a little bit, and Vegas a little bit, and connect to who is here to bring insight. As for Hurricane Nate, yeah, it's pretty it's pretty scary. I mean, it's going to hit. Was it Sunday night? And it's so pretty not good. Especially, it's most likely it's going to be a low level area where it hits. I forget where it's going to hit exactly, but either way, it's probably a one line area. It sucks. For what's going on, yeah, the hurricane season isn't over yet until the 30th of November, so that's gonna be interesting. So, as for what is going on, yeah, the Earth is changing. We're transforming into sweet sea dwellers. I guess we're learning how to swim more because seeing how the hurricanes are going to push us all out in the ocean, at least it seems like that in some cases. Probably better off living out in the ocean the way things are going, especially with the islands are there practically already are. Yeah, we are going through an Earth transformation slowly. It's preparing us. It's Earth consciousness. We're bringing ourselves into a place um, of major change. Puerto Rico is most likely going to go through a building phase, obviously, and it'll be recognizable, but a lot of the companies that are going to be moving in there are probably going to get dirt cheap to get in there and to make money off of it eventually. So that's what. Oh, here we go. We have one person in the chat. We have a winner. I should be giving out lottery tickets or something. Either way. So I don't seem to be. What is YouTube doing these days? I guess I'm still on. Okay. I guess I need to change some things on this site. All right. So enough about that. But yeah, about Puerto Rico. Yeah, that's not looking all so great. Yeah, and yeah, I guess Trump's running around saying stupid stuff all the time. More power to him. Yeah, that's pretty much what people. Whatever. Yeah, he's been heavily manipulated, and I don't think he can even think straight at times. Because it does seem like there's beings like pulling him from one direction, and he's going to another, and he doesn't know where he's going anymore. So like sometimes his mind is overclocked also at times where he can't think clearly. I know people have probably been through that, and it seems like he's kind of gone through that here and there. So the stress levels of the world are going to start to increase yeah, well, Sunday we'll find out. Probably Sunday night, I guess, when that thing's going to hit. We're going to probably pick up on some of the weather from it, I think. But yeah, it's pretty scary as for Hurricane Nate on its way. So I'm going to do a connection about that. Also, Harvey Weinstein is doing his, yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if you well, he's a movie mogul, and apparently he's been sexual harassing for past since 1999 or maybe probably before that. So no surprise there. It's kind of it's unfortunate, but that is what little you know about Hollywood. It happens on a daily basis, and a lot of it usually is children involved with it. Also, it is all usually under the under the rug or however you want to word it. There's also another way of looking at healing is to visualize a world where there's no Hollywood, no Washington, none of these lovely individuals, no NFL. The way they're going, not going to be around anyway. Well, I think that's kind of quieted down for a good reason. Just freaking right there. Just, it's just the whole thing is ridiculous. But the NFL is just, it's just a waste of mind power. The whole thing is just a complete joke. So, well, as a war planet or battle planet, however you want to word it, we are upping our frequency, and doing so, my lessons will be learned as for where we are heading, basically. Um, as for what is it? For example, I'm going to go into something else, but for example, about a friend of mine said she was it the other day? She was walking through. Was it at a park? They had like we'll just call it a little river or stream, and she picked up a message that reptilians wanted to push her into the stream, but make it look like an accident. And she was with her friend. Her friend was on her phone, and then her friend kind of got wasn't thinking clearly, and actually bumped into her. Bumped into the girl that was going to try to push into the. Well, anyway, she was prepared for it, and luckily that didn't happen. I guess she was stumbling around or something like that. But it's just kind of funny how it just happened right after she got the message. So, these beings are obviously everywhere, and we just have to wake up to it. We're not really ready to receive it that we're in an experiment. I know it's a little bit hard for some to realize, but there is no such thing as privacy, if just in case you're wondering. Not really. Of course, they're aliens, so they don't really care the stuff we do privately. I mean, they don't really care. I mean, like they don't. I mean, you can clear your. I believe there's times where you could put they're not seeing everything that you're doing, but for the most part, they care less. So we're the ones that need to come out of our little shadow, basically. We got a long ways to go, as it seems. Oh, look. More people showed up. Where's everybody been? Nobody's been. It's only Friday night. Oh, look at that. Oh, the YouTube just woke up. Okay, let's see if anybody. Yeah, if anyone has. I'm going to do a little bit of questions if anybody has any questions. Post now. Now's the time. Now's the time. I'll do it for a little bit. I'll just do this for a little bit. If there are any questions about anything or nothing. So, all right, give that a little bit. Give that a little bit of time to fuse in. Let's take any general messages. Doris. One moment. Yeah, there's Assyrian energies around you, Assyrian alliance around you. I do see two grays that you seem to go through an astral. That you go through time with them. See the future and see the future way into the future to see what your work is, to see the progress of your work. Notice I say way into the future. Not to say it's not doing much. Not to say you're not getting anywhere with that. But it takes some time for our society to sink anything in. Be productive with where we're heading. But it seems like a lot of what you're doing is an astral, for the most part. So if you got indications of the future, okay, you might see like glimpses of the future. Like I'm talking like a few hundred years, maybe 1,000, maybe a few hundred. I imagine you can pick up on that in some cases. So I know that's not exactly personal timeline; it's more out there, but that's what I got. For Queen Nikki, not sure if you can. I'm not sure if I can zip up and down on the chat, but Queen Nikki, do we? What do you foresee? Ah, crap. 1 second. There's a way of zooming up, right? Somewhere. Or maybe not. One thing I don't know anything about that. Just hide chat or show chat. So how do you scroll up? Pop out chat, maybe that'll help. Nope. Oh, here we go. Queen Nikki, what do you foresee is going to happen to the girlfriend of the Los Angeles shooter? Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, obviously it's up in the air. Possibly they'll charge her, but it seems like a lot of they're going to keep kind of quiet. They're going to keep her under investigation for a long, long time. I don't think they have enough to charge her on anything, unless she screws up. And it does seem like she's having, she's going to be under custody for a very, very long time. So I don't think they have enough to prosecute her with. So they're going to be putting her through the grinder, obviously, but hard to say. Let's see. Lucy, I would like to take one. Also, not sure who is there. Nobody's here. I don't know if that was a question or not. Let's see. Shift. Lucy, if you want to general, well, let me know. Shift. I'd like to general message too. Let's see. You have a grandmother energy around you that seems to be assisting in your direction. That's already crossed over. Of course, I don't know I just see a grandmother around her. I see the Middle Ages around her. I do see negative reptilians around her in the past, not necessarily now. So it does seem like she's removing a lot of negative reptilian energies. Your family is, it's very connected to Syrians. We got another Syrian here, so I'm seeing, Syrians. Syrians are like raising their hands, it seems, at the moment. So, I also see Nordics around you, and there seems to be a female Nordic around you by Alicia is the name of the gang. See how that goes for you. Okay, now I forgot who I was talking to. I'll take one. Marianne, who is around me? Palladians, Arturians, and a Roman. An ancient Roman, I think that's a guide of yours. Roman Ishmael. He likes water. Let's put it that way. Let's see what else he's got. He's quiet. Um, anything else from? Just all right. I'll leave you with that. The I don't know if I mentioned Arcturians. Yeah, the Arcturians seem to be working with your crown chakra at this time, clearing a lot of your chakras, but also helping you ground better to receive more messages. So your sleep state might be quite a deep sleep state because there's just so you can receive data. I'm not sure if you want to go through all that, but Noah had a dream that I saw a ring of color in the sky and it was moving around like a UFO. Can you tell me more about that? Oh, that's interesting. It does seem like it's a protection energy. It feels more angelic. So it does seem like you're connecting to the angels. You're receiving more of their information, it seems. I know it seems like a UFO, but I'm feeling more angel stuff. Yeah, it's more angel. No, and angels have they don't need UFOs, but they can do that too. Let's put it that way. So, it just seems like you're just getting understanding more of your downloads. Well, you will eventually. Vast, do I have a past life connections with you, Ivan? If it was reptilians, and possibly I learned more about my medieval time period during Arthur and all that. Apparently, I was there apparently. Somewhere. I wasn't Merlin. Let's put it that way. I don't know if I want to be Merlin actually. But I was involved apparently with Arthur and all of that. So as for Arcanite, I believe it's more medieval after that time period, around 1500 time period. By knights and all kinds of. I'm not getting a full detail, but it's a bunch of knight stuff, basically. Probably I'm getting more 1400, 1500 actually with that. So, R1 actually. Ghost 01. General message. You know, I see you walking through walls. Apparently, not spooking people out, but apparently you're obviously with the alien energies. Anybody can do that, but this seems to be a thing that you do often. I believe most of the time you're even invisible. Notice how you call yourself a ghost. I'm not connected to your name. I'm just sort of feeling your energy, and it's just you can have incarnations and never be seen. And that sounds very and you can have like a lifetime with Pleiadians or somebody, and you just sort of stay incognito. It seems it's just part of your experience. I don't always do that. When you're physical, it's like, ugh, I gotta do it. But you gotta do it every once in a while. It kind of pains you to do so. I think most of the time you like being unseen. Now you're heard and seen when you want to be seen. You're almost like a spirit, but you're actually a physical being, but you just spend most of your time hidden, which is interesting. But you do, you have your messages, you do what you need to do, you see what you need to see. That's fascinating. I don't normally connect to something like that. And it's funny how your name's Ghost. And that's not all this so that makes there's probably a lot more to that, but yeah, you spent a lot of lifetimes as an Arcturian. So as an Arcturian, you learned how to do this. So you incarnate, of course, even a human. You can, I mean, here we can learn it too. Just we've been so screwed up by our DNA, but you can. I mean, you can learn that, but it's kind of we've been so manipulated. I mean, you try walking through a wall and keep running into it. Eventually, you'll walk right through one. Eventually, but who knows about that? But that's a joke mostly. But of course, you never know. Shift. Why aren't you in Sedona? Do you have a Walmart there? I'm not sure yet. Actually, funny. I always wanted to move to Vegas. And now it's all in the news. I guess that Vegas needs all the help we can get when you look at it. I'm not into gambling. It's just the energy's there. and it's cheaper to live there too. You never know in the future. We'll see. Sedona, I'll probably go there eventually. I'll probably never come back to. Who knows? Come on, work. Come on, Google, get your chat working. You know, they have all this Skyliner, stop it. Skyler. I have been having the same dream for 3 days now. What is that about? Wow, that's fascinating. That is, wow. That's was rare, but it does happen. Obviously, I have been having. I don't know if it's a continuous dream or it does seem like you're breaking out of a cycle, but to do that, you have to go into a cycle. It does seem like, well, your guides are trying to get your attention, obviously. It does seem like you are, in your life, you will start changing your routine. Not yet. It does seem like you're trying to get your higher self trying to get your attention. As for what, they're not going to reveal it here, but it does seem like you have a life change coming in November. As for what, I don't think it's going to be major, but well, the way the world's been going recently, you might have a hurricane show up at your door now. But I don't know. It's they're not going into details, but seems like November time period. Either you get a major download from the spirit world, which is high possible. This seems like you're going into a shift. You're getting ready for it. Now it does seem like you will receive more information through your dreams. So. Samantha, it feels like there is a spirit or something or sort around me. Oh, of course, there's like probably 30 of them. They have a way of moving my limbs. Yep, I have that. Can you pick up on energy? Yeah, they're just. One moment. I kind of got. Yeah, they do that to me too. Basically, you have a guy by the name of, I'm feeling Veronica. She's kind of a classy dame around the 1920s. Is around you. Positive, yes. Issues in some regard. She's got some stuff going on, but it does seem like she used to be your mother in another lifetime, but she's a guide to you. It does seem like she's a communications guide around you. Basically, all your guides speak through one guide. So that's this because this is the one that needs rehabilitation energy, but this because the other guides are watching over her, so that would be the one to connect to. You might see her. I see her like reddish brown hair. So actually, what I got from a vision of her was something from what's her name? Roger Rabbit. His girlfriend. I forgot her name. For some reason I saw it. I know I got the rabbit stuff going on, but for some reason I got an image like that. So not exactly like that, but I do see somebody that is a classy dame. Basically, is what I got. So yeah, rabbit channeling has begun. Hopefully not. Hopefully it doesn't interfere with any of this. I've been Autumn Rose. Hello, Ivan. Any messages as for my path is concerned? Well, I do see a new job possibly coming up for you, but of course, it is up to you. Might be just a job change, but it is up to you. Job options, let's put it that way. So, what I'm seeing, it could be more of a spiritual direction. It's up to you, but does see a job type of movement. That might not be down. I mean, most of it's further down the road, it seems. But it does. I mean, it could be of the spiritual direction. It's up to you. It's not. It's like it's like a box. It's kind of like you fill it in with what you want. It's like it's an option for you. You don't necessarily have to take it. We all kind of get messages, and you have to just go for it. So it's up to you. Hopefully, just your spiritual directions though. I see you connecting to angels. Angel cards would be good for you. Also, Reiki would be good. I definitely see the angel cards, Oracle, whatever it might be. That's your interest. But angel cards seem to be an excellent way to start if you wish to go in that direction. I believe it will help a lot as for giving you confidence of what direction to go in life. But I believe the angels, you can't go wrong with the angels. Well, okay, sometimes you can. But for the most part, it's fine. Because some of them are kind of like lunatics. But for the most part, most people are protected from that. Some need to experience the weird ones. But for the most part, you should be all right. Queen Nikki, also, can you tell me about if I will be improved from my short-term disability? Yes, I think so. It's just a lot of paperwork and stuff like that. Okay, I'm not sure what's okay. YouTube, what do you got for me? I think I'm getting the chat back. I think so far the chat disappeared. Oh, here we go. I'm not sure if I can keep up on all this. You know, the YouTube chat isn't exactly well. You can't exactly move through it very easily. At least doesn't seem to be okay. I can't answer all of these. Yeah, I'm going to do a few more, and that would be a wrap. I still have questions I still need to answer to submit to the site. I figured help out those out in the YouTube universe. Oh, come on. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to. One moment. Yeah, YouTube chat is not very good, apparently. I'm trying to scroll through it. I'm not getting very far with it. All right, I'm just going to have to just go where I'm at because it's not moving. Chris H., one of my. Cemetery. I want to move to Russia. That's a good idea. Russia. Well, let's see. What other places are good to me? I saw an island by Alaska that looked pretty decent. Probably a bunch of mobsters are there, but looked alright. It was between Russia and Alaska. I forgot the name of it. So, might be moving there in the future. I forgot the name of it. Doesn't matter. If I missed your question, you can thank the YouTube chat for that. So, doing what we can here. Chris H. What are my galactic origins? Let's see here. Arcturian in the early life, but then went into reptilian for some time. I'm seeing, the felines, quite a bit of feline, and Syrian. Once again, Syrian. Syrians must be knocking on my door today. A lot of Syrian stuff. Now, Syrians, from what I pick up, are very similar to this world. I mean, they have worlds that are, nice and friendly, like this one. I wonder where we got it all from. Palladians too, but I don't think. I mean, there are Palladian worlds that are probably close to this one, but not like this place. So, Jessica Rabbit. That's it. Thank you for that. Let's see, Chris. What is the name of my guide? The female. Oh, Angelina. Okay, if I missed your question, send an email to YouTube. Robert. Okay, well, I'm not getting very far with this again. All right, I'm probably going to close on the chat anyway, so. Joanna, I drew out a Shikana, I'm not sure what that word is. After seeing it in meditation, any info that I'm not sure what that word is. Looking up word. Hold on. It's a glory of divine. Shit, I can't pronounce words for anything, as you can tell. The glory of divine presence presented the light. Is there an image of this thing? Okay. All right, I'll just give you what I'm picking up on. Enough of that. 1 second. It does seem like you're going back to your Judaism roots. You're picking out the good stuff. You do have a lot of Bible past. So you do have Bible past though. And I'm not sure if you want to resurrect that or not. That's another story. Do you want to see that though? So I'm not sure if I'm even looking at the right image of what it looks like. This also seems. Yeah, it seems like the violet flame also. It's a healing flame. Yes, it does. Obviously, it did came from God's energy of part of its anger, a lot of magic along with it. It does seem like it's connected to source energy, as all things are. But that one is very. It's a seeing that is an opener. You can use that also in your meditations to open up more. So like you're not hearing from your guides, you're not seeing this, and you can use that image. See how that works for you. Yeah, I think it. Go by what you feel on it. I'm not sure why they had the chat so messed up about this. Kingsley, anything about my levitation work? Yeah, just keep up on it. The archangels are assisting. Once again, I'm picking up the Syrians again. Well, I guess we'll have a Syrian connection tonight. Yeah, it does seem like the Syrians have become more interested. It seems like there's 3 of them around you assisting, but they're not saying anything other than that. There's not. They can't reveal a whole lot, it seems. Kevin Arnett, I've been going through some major dark lately. I think it's frustrating. You're clearing out. It does seem like reptilian. You are clearing out. There is some. Yeah, it does seem like you've had enough of it. So it seems like you're throwing a lot of it out. From what it says, and you are kind of doing a battle with yourself. I do see another version of yourself that you're battling. Just like the movies, yes. Maddie's Road to My Guides have any messages, advice, or messages? Well, as soon as you said advice, it showed your nails. So I'm not sure if you need a manicure or something. It just showed me nails. I think that just mostly just take it easy is the main message. I also see reading books is good. So maybe a spiritual book, there's a book out there for you. That it's up to you. Oh yeah, Kevin. Oh yeah, that's right. I saw this. Did I see a UFO? 2 UFOs? Yes. Did I see a UFO 2 days ago? Yes. I'm not sure who though. Feels like insectoid. Samantha, can you tell me about anything about having memories that don't belong to you or concern reality that I might be keeping up on? It's not. Well, it's not implant. It seems like you are going into different realities constantly. As for why you're doing it is a whole nother story. One moment. One moment. I already forgot what I was connecting to. Oh yeah, implanted memories. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, you're going to different dimensions. You seem to be a world jumper. You're a dimensional jumper. There's probably a better word for it, but you're collecting data, and it seems like you're going constantly. You're constantly moving. It's almost like you're running through these different dimensions. As for why you're doing it, it's it does seem like you're giving your point of view of what you're seeing of the future. Going through different dimensions helps you see the future. Has part of that. There's much more to it than that. But you're seeing these things for hmm. It's almost like you're a current events historian, you can say in some regard. But it's more than that. It has a lot to do with the Galactic Alliance. A lot of beings cannot see you when you're doing this. Also, I just see you going through all these different dimensions very quickly. Obviously, you have different aspects in some of them, but not all of them. But it does seem like you're flipping through dimensions like you flip through a book. So you are at a higher level of energy, of course. Just to let you know, in case you're wondering. All right, that's all. That's all I'm going to answer. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, that's all. Okay, that's it. End of questions. End of questions. Here you go. Segment. End of questions. Thanks. Okay. Before we get into probably connect to the Galactic Federation, I like going to what is going on here. I think I have. Oh, internet work for once. Internet, just okay. Close that down. Oh yeah, I posted a couple of new shirts. That okay, some of them look a little weird. It's an Archon shirt. Yeah, it looks very bizarre. Yeah, I can see those selling like crazy. But I believe it is. I'm gonna go with it. Some of these I might have to redo, but for right now, there's a spaceman holding on to the moon. It's a funny one. And also, we have peace out or peace. So these are the new ones. I'm gonna work on this one a little bit. This one, I know this one looks a lot strange, but this is an Archon, a version of the Archon. There's going to be different versions of everything. So if you're interested, the link is down below in the description area. If you're interested in t-shirt situation, I have a bunch of them here. I don't usually promote them that much, but I'm working on other designs, but it's a work in progress. Also, if you're new to all this, is ivanteller.com. We have private sessions. Now a week is pretty much open for the most part. We have gift cards. We have different ways of purchase like Google Hangout, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. Also I have to work on the shop a little bit, but also you can submit a question and healing. The questions I submitted, mostly should be answering them tonight. Tomorrow. So we also have iPhone and Android. Also, we have, well, here, to make it easier to find, we also have the cartoon book. Of course, that's not exactly the best image, but either way, these are the images that are inside of it. And this is, I'm working on another version of the book. It's a little bit higher quality, but this is definitely still available. Will always be available. This is the first version of the Alien Adventure book. So it's much more in the works for sure. it makes a good gag book. Let's put it that way. So, but I'm working on another version of it, a little cleaner version. So we also have Spirit Social. We have submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, 5-minute healing, channeling consulting. We also have other methods to order a session if nothing else works. One question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, angelic reiki from Miguel. The reason we have 2 sites is sometimes one works and the other one doesn't. Of course, I don't link back to ivanteller.com from this one, but if this one does not work, you go to ivanteller.com. And yeah, Alien Uber. You can't go wrong with that. Alien information. But the reason we do this is, yeah, if one doesn't work, we should have other options because who knows? Shopify works sometimes, not always. You think it would work always, but apparently not. And sometimes this one doesn't work. So I also have this is no. Whoa. And it is a hurricane. Hurricane is tropical storm Nate, but it's going to eventually go into a hurricane form. And there she goes. Not good. Alabama and Mississippi. Well, places I have not been to before. As long as I've been with ouch. So it's going to hit her. So now it's going to speed up. Looks like early Saturday is going to go into hurricane form. Lovely. So they don't know what it's going to do. It might go into a hurricane too. So, I mean, a cat too is what I'm getting at, basically. So, yeah, and with the Vegas, let's see, anything new on Vegas? Well, there are different conspiracy theories about there's like somebody else there. I mean, it doesn't matter in the long run. What matters most is that we find that we're basically in a laboratory. Even before I started doing this, I mean, imagine everybody in some form, shape, or form realize that we're not alone here. Imagine we are being monitored somehow, but we just don't really need to know or want to know. But yeah, we are being watched. There's probably 3 or 4 beings in here right now. And when they channel, also, it seems like they, we have a little conversation in astral before. I'm not aware of it. Sometimes, no, I'm never. No, I don't remember anything. The dream state I remember is usually nothing. I do remember last night I had a dream about, I was talking to some lady about making a movie. It was a horror movie, and I forgot what it was about. When I woke up, I remembered, but I didn't want to write it down because, like, I just want to go back to sleep. I don't want to stay up for the rest of the night. I don't know what time it was either. I was talking to this lady. I was in the front room. I was here, which is weird. And I was talking to her about, it was a horror movie. I don't remember what it was. It was a cheat. It was a cheat something. I don't remember. Yeah, we're talking about life. No, it was something. I am working with somebody, and we are working on a horror movie. Only reason it's a horror movie is to break in. I don't know anything to do with that stuff, but whatever it is to get people's attention. I haven't told them about it, but I haven't told them I had a dream. But the lady I was talking to transformed into my grandmother that crossed over like years ago, over 10 years ago, which is also funny because when I got my job where I'm at now, it's 2005. Right after I got my job, like a month later, she died. So that's interesting. Never really thought about it that way. So the lady turned into my grandmother. I knew it was her because she had a walk. She was walking on a walker, and 2 kids. I don't know where they came from. Ran outside to a school bus, and she was taking a ticket or something to the school bus, and I woke up, and she was walking with a walker by herself. So either way, weirdness in the world. Oh yeah, I'm doing the rabbit stuff. I'm going to start. If you want to be a part of the insider workings of it, I should have that ready by tomorrow. I'll have some stuff to show. Also, the comic, the Project One, I thought the artist took off. No, apparently he's still around, so we're going to continue it, which is cool. So that'll be part of this behind the scenes stuff I'll start showing. Eventually it'll be here. Mostly it'll go there first. I'm going to do a Patreon thing. See where it goes. You can see behind the scenes. Most of the rabbit stuff will be here. I know people are just dying for that. Oh, I do have one to show. I'm not sure if I'm in love with it or not, but let's see here. This is like a version of it. I think I'm more creeped out by it, but either way, I'm getting different versions of it. So that's okay. That one didn't work out as way I was planning, but I'm not going to use this artist again. But that's kind of creepy, isn't it? Okay, I'm not going to show that anymore. Well, I'm experimenting with different artists, so I have the other ones. I'm not going to show it now. So when the Patreon thing goes on, I give like a week, and then I'll show it here. So at least I see behind the scenes. I also have a book I'm going to be doing. It's a comic. It's going to have different stories. Not going to be all rabbit. It'll be about a lot of stuff. I have one about a duck. I don't know, I'm in the animal kingdom, but it's all comedy. I also have one called The Consumers, people with big heads. That one just popped in my mind, so that should be interesting. Yeah, that one ends well. There's another one I'm not thinking of. Oh yeah, the cow one. I'll put that one in there. It'd just be like a short. It's just a short comic. It's not gonna be long. So I'll have a little bit of everything. It's gonna go to the animal kingdom. So it should be fun. And the rabbit one's gonna be like the host of it all, you can say. I'm going into more details of that. So I'm trying to put a little bits and pieces here. So let's see how it goes. It's funny. It has some commentary about humanity. The consumer one, I just got this image of people with big heads, and they're just consuming, buying stuff left and right. So there's rules to it. If they don't go by the rules, something happens to them. I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you about that, but I'm not going to give away that, but it's not pretty. So it's going to be like little bits of stuff. So it's going to be into a comic form. Now with this, I can use different artists. So it'll speed up the process. That way on one artist and doing this huge project, it takes forever. This is more like a small project, and it'd be easier to put out to the public. So, I don't know when, but it should be pretty quick. It's pretty humorous. It's not going to be perfect. It has some errors, I think, already, but anyway, it's funny. It's just there for a bunch of laughs, basically. Something different. Jeez. Oh, gosh. So, yeah, I'm coming up with the cartoon book, or the old cartoons. I'm making another book of that through a different company. I forgot the name of it at the moment. Oh yeah, Blurb it's called. So if you're an artist and you're trying to make like a portfolio, of course it's free to make a book. Of course you have to buy it to get a sample of it, but they seem to be pretty decent. They upgraded all their stuff because I downloaded a program, I put it all together, and it looked pretty decent. And I went up to open it up again, it was all gone. It's like great. I feel like an hour and a half into it, and it's gone. So they have an online version. That one seemed to work out pretty good. So it's like Blurb, just do Blurb and photo book if you're interested in that type of thing. So it's a little bit more than the Woo one, but I think it's a little bit nicer, if any of that matters. So yeah, we're going to more of the creative stuff. I did have a dream about Hollywood, so that's interesting. So that tells you something. So grandmother's there. She's assisting. And the lady I was talking to, kind of like a little old lady, brown hair, didn't look nothing like my grandmother, but it did turn into my grandmother eventually. So, okay, all right, enough of that. So we have things I might have some rabbit stuff to show tomorrow, comic stuff. We'll see. See what's finished. So I thought about also letting people submit ideas for comics. I'm thinking about that, for a little, just little short ones. So I'm thinking about it. You can just submit your ideas and we'll see if I can find somebody to put it together. So, play around with that. We'll see. So, all right, here we go. Blessings. Yeah, so with that, to go into it real quick. Yeah, so if you have an idea for like an alien comic, like one panel, just like a funny thing or whatever, might be angels, aliens, whatever. As long as it's in the kind of a spiritual realm, you can just submit a sense. I'm just thinking about it still, so I'm probably going to do it, but I have to figure out how I'm going to do it. So give me kind of an idea of what is in the works. My internet's still working. It has not been cut off. I think I was doing a channeling and it just got shut off. So love that. And it came back on. I was going to call the internet company, but I figured not. All right. So enough of all the ramblings. Is anybody here for assistance or messages? We are the Zetas from the Galactic Federation of Light. We are assisting your oceans to keep them calm, as there has been much negativity going on to cause eruption on the lands. Because there are manipulations to cause much more damage to your land masses than it's already been done. Some of your storms have been done deliberately, but not all of them. But there are some storms that were charged as they were being developed and used as a weapon, as you might see. But there are also earthquake anomalies that have not been happening yet that we are working on to bring assistance. So if you wonder where the aliens are at this time, is to keep your Earth from disturbing you too much. There are areas where we cannot totally stop. As many of the alien forces, the activities in fourth dimension is causing a lot of difficulties in your third dimension. Some of you might not be thinking straight. Some of you might be seeing more clearly the lower energies. As many of the lower energies are becoming more frustrated and becoming more vicious, as you might see. Your Las Vegas is actually, Las Vegas has a lot to do also with the Men in Black energies there, as they were assisting this dark force to happen to keep humanity in a cage. Not all of the MIB were involved with it, but some were. As to keep humans in fear, because there is knowledge of more of an alien awakening. Yes, you realize it will cause some to awaken after this event, but it will mostly put most people into fear states because they are not ready to release what is going on in your society at this time. Yes, there is much going on as for your Earth development. Those that you are becoming aware of your abilities, you are becoming a threat to the dark. As more of you awaken, no matter what state of mind you are aware there is a lower vibration here too. Pushing your buttons basically. As you reverse that, they lose power and they go into panic. They are known to do so. There's also probabilities of seeing your aliens in your dimension, as some of them feel as to there is much going on in debate as for letting humans see us, but only for a glimpse. You're already experiencing this now, but there is a thought of increasing that where you can at least see us in a blur, basically. You already see us in your photographs, but many are still laughing about it, saying it's not real, but that is because they are not ready to see what's happening here. They're still holding on to their reality, and it will shift where they cannot ignore this anymore of our presence. So we can't go into full details of how we'll be appearing on your Earth, but just small, short glimpses in some areas that will increase, become more of a thing. Like when you take a picture and see an alien being around you, that is what we're experimenting on and increasing that vibration. But even more is so you can actually see us in your physical eye, but only for a little bit. Where it is harmless, but allowing you to know that you are not alone. We can only do so much in our there's so much negativity in your environment. Some of it is done by your president, but not him personally. It means they're using him to send out negativity. You're using him as a device to lower vibrations across your Earth, as you can see. There's many beings around him that are trying to remove his words and add words to him that he would not normally say. Replace his words as he says it, so he make more of a fool out of himself. To discredit him, which, basically to bring more mockeries, basically. Bring in more rage. Because your humans are pulling it. They want to be enraged. Some do, not all. There are some groups that wish to be angry, as you can see. They don't like what's going on in your government, as if they ever truly cared to begin with. Is this a social status that they're using? They don't even know how your politics even works, but they still talk about it to keep themselves in the public. These are your celebrities mostly. It is quite fascinating for us to see. It is to be negative, but also to be negative and to get attention, as you can see. It is a difficulty that your race will have to release that. To go into more of a higher vibration, it is not about how much celebrity or attention you're getting. It's about how much love and support you are sending out. And your world is sending out more hates than love, as you can see. Some of you are sending out continuous love, yes. But some are sending out hate to get attention. They are receiving heavy paychecks for putting out hate vibrations. And this is in your celebrity status world. Not all, but a good amount, as you can see. But it can only last so long. But it is enough, doing enough to lower the Earth's vibration. It's enough, it's a trigger. There's also a lot of archon vibrations that are causing difficulties for people to think clearly. And they are going on a global basis of removing positive thoughts, always to focus people more on the negative, because that is where they have their, as they lower your vibration, they can put in implants. If your vibration is high, they cannot do so. This is why some of you awaken and see a being trying to implant you, because your vibration is high enough where they cannot accomplish this. Of course, there are situations where you can be tagged, but you notice it and can remove it, though. There are always going to be attempts to keep you under control. But you are going into a more positive state of mind where each individually you will be feeling more of a presence around you. You might not always understand it, but you know you are not alone. That is all we have at this time. Blessings to you as you go into your awakening state. We have to say this. Greetings. I am the sun consciousness. For those of you that are going through low vibrational energies, connect to the sun's vibration, as I will also remove what darkness that was within, bring in light, but also activate your abilities. At least bring the energy of that. As you are all healers, you are all transitional beings to even turn this earth into a light planet, a planet of higher consciousness. As like the sun, a fireball but of light. As I am, but this world will be, yes, much different. As many are controlled by the lower energies, only because they have given themselves away and forgot how to get back. As you come into this world, you know who you are, you know everything, but then it slowly dilutes itself. And then coming back and resurrecting everything. Seeing lifetimes in Atlantis, seeing lifetimes in Antarctica as a bird being, bringing light to humanity. Some have difficulties connecting to that, as you are human and feel like you are making these things up. As everyone is downloading knowledge, they're just not deciphering it as a download. They feel it's your imagination speaking, not realizing you're actually your higher self is awakening you slowly. That's why you see images. This is why you feel drawn to certain energies of light. This is your higher self slowly awakening you out of the barriers that have been keeping you concealed into a low vibration. But yes, it can be spooky, but it's also enlightening. Especially, yes, connect to unicorn people, the elementals. But yes, the lower energies of humanity's consciousness is, yes, of an archon vibration. There's others involved with the archons put a, you can say, a grid around humanity to keep it concealed. This is why your energies aren't opening up as fast as you'd like it to. You have to open up this grid first. Many of you have, most have not. Within this grid is your news media, your religions, your Hollywood, the corrupt lower versions of it, are all within this grid. And the reptilians and other beings are manipulating that. It's like this is their clubhouse of lower vibrations, as you can tell. It is up to you to realize that and to clear it. It's like clearing your window. But many are not, humans are not ready. They are pulling back. They still feel more comfortable in what they have been taught. It is quite confusing to step out, but some are and just see the real world and easily throw negativity as you can see and then go back into the Matrix system, basically. Even that movie of the Matrix is very arcana. It has a lot of archon energies, doesn't it? But you see this grid around you, you can heal it. That is up to you. The more you want to be free, you will be. But some become too free. It's like this is too much freedom because you don't have these worries and this negativity as you used to. So some feel very unusual and go back into it. They're not ready to fully let go of it. But that's okay. Send you light to your chakras, your higher self. You can connect to the sun energy throughout your chakras to bring light back to your chakras and also connect you to your higher self. Just a fire, basically, to go through your system to find enlightenment. Blessings. Okay. All right. We'll leave it with that. Blessings, everyone. Have a great night. See you tomorrow. Much love.